All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday morning. What's Kriss live on a morning for? Well, this is a big day today. Big day today for SpaceX, for Elon Musk. And we're watching Dogecoin. We'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at other crypto trading as well. Waiting for SpaceX to start trading. And I've got the chart over here. So this is what we will be doing this morning. It's just after 9 o'clock. We've got about a half hour before the stock market opens. SpaceX will not be trading right at 9:30. And I know people are going to come in and say, oh, SpaceX, what's wrong? Blah, blah. It's going to happen. But you need to follow me because I already posted that on X yesterday. I already posted that SpaceX isn't going to start trading at 9:30. It could be sometime between 9:45 and 10 o'clock, maybe a little later if things don't get all worked out on the backside at NASDAQ. But we will be watching it here live. Has everybody got their coffee? I got my coffee. See, I got my cup of see my Guggenheim mug. It's a Guggenheim mug for coffee today. Yes, Kriss drinking coffee on a live stream. That's good. But we do have some things to cover because we got to get ready for SpaceX. So over here on the left side of the screen, this is the Dogecoin chart at about 8.7 cents. Dogecoin at 8.7. Dogecoin is staying up. Dogecoin is in the green today. Bitcoin and Ether in the red. Dogecoin's in the green. So Dogecoin is getting some support on SpaceX Day. I'll just call it SpaceX Day. And this is the SpaceX chart. There's no trading yet, obviously. And the order book isn't even correct. So they still have to get that all lined up. Now, what this will look like, here's a Circle, for instance. This is what Circle looks like. Circle's not trading yet, but it is pre-market. So pre-market, there's trading going on, and there's an order book. There's a bid price and an ask price. So this is what SpaceX will look like once it starts trading with the bid and ask. But it's going to be huge volume, and this is going to be going so fast once SpaceX starts trading. I look at Circle just because I'm in the middle of a swing trade on Circle, and I don't want it to go down. Pre-market, it's down. It was up last night, after market, but this morning went down a bit. So anyway, we'll leave that right there on SpaceX. So how's everybody doing this morning? Mr. Lolovec, thank you for the super chat. All eyes on space today. Yes, but we're also watching Dogecoin. Dogecoin chart is right here. So we got the Dogecoin chart and the SpaceX chart, and that's how most of our morning is going to be. But we'll look at other stuff too. It's going to be an interesting day. Yes, JBT Witch. Yes. Hey, Chuck, how are you? I see you got your 10 shares of SpaceX. Yes, I was successful on Robinhood of securing 10 shares at the IPO price. I think it's 135. We'll see. 135. It doesn't say yet in the Robinhood app specifically 135 per share, but it did say that in the notification that it was. I don't know exactly sure. I don't know exactly. Demonic share. I only got one share, going to be DCAing for the next few months. So interesting. I was looking in history, and Tesla when it did its IPO, it went up like 30, 40%. But within 3 days, it was back down to its IPO price. So I'm guessing SpaceX is probably going to have a good trading day today, but within, by mid next week, it's probably going to be down. If it follows the same path of Tesla, that is what we would see for SpaceX. So, of course, we'll keep tabs on that as I do live streams next week on what's going on. It's an Elon thing. I mean, I'm not a stock channel. I'm a crypto channel, mostly Dogecoin, but this is a big deal. So we're covering it. Hey, Davin, how are you? Miss Charlotte, how are you? Welcome. It's afternoon where you are. It's 6 a.m. where Turbo is. God's victory is in the house. Hello. Abiding faithfulness. Good morning. Hello. OG Mars is in the house, busy working on a house remodel, and I'm distracting you. Just have me on the background. Again, the SpaceX trading isn't going to start probably till sometime between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. At 9:30, SpaceX is not going to start trading yet. But the rest of the stock market is going to be open. We're going to have the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ open 9:30, but SpaceX isn't going to start yet. This is how IPOs work. They got to do some stuff on the back end. They got to get things. It just takes a little while. So we'll be watching that. Good morning, Aranos. You got 51 shares. Nice. Cheers. Good luck. Good luck to us. Good luck to us. Hopefully Doge spikes like crazy and SpaceX falls. I sell half my Doge and put it into SpaceX Dreamland. Yes. Yeah. Chuck's going to be checking in now while working. Low Roller is saying, I'm early today. You should be working a 9-to-5 job. I don't work 9-to-5 jobs anymore, Low Roller. Kriss does not work 9-to-5 jobs anymore. Kriss made buckets of money last crypto cycle. I was able to leave working for somebody else. I work for me now. I'm my own boss. Financial freedom. That's what it was all about. So financial freedom comes with the benefits of being able to do this. I couldn't do this if I was still holding all of my Doge and holding all my other crypto and didn't take profits last cycle. I couldn't do this. So what do I think Doge is going to do? Doge is probably going to be hanging out right in this range. Is what I think is going to happen. We're going to stay in the upper eights. We're not going to nosedive, but we're not going to go on a big run. I think we're going to be staying right around this level between 8.6 and 8.8. That's my opinion over the next hour and a half, 2 hours that we'll be live here. We're going to be right around this level. Not the answer you wanted. You want Dogecoin to go rocketing high. I get that. Red Bull, how are you? Coffee, yes, I got my coffee right here. I'm good. I got my cup of coffee. You guys got your coffee? Yes. Low Roller says, I wouldn't buy SpaceX IPO. It's overpriced. It's going to tank 50%. Maybe, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Zap81, how are you? Did Dogecoin reach number 9? Yeah, it did yesterday. It's back down to 10 today because Hype had a little rebound that was more than Doge. So Hype and Doge are battling it out right now. But yesterday, we had Dogecoin number 9. Byron's here. How are you? What are we doing? We're watching for SpaceX right here. SpaceX IPO along with Dogecoin. We got the Dogecoin chart here on the left. That's right here. And then over there, we've got the SpaceX chart here. And we're watching for SpaceX to start trading. And we'll watch it live together right here. I'll have it nice and big on the screen. I had a limit order. I placed a limit order, 3 shares. Just the water with the limit order. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Our arcade, how are you? Didn't get in the 7s, but I got low 8s. I think SpaceX will double in price from all the hype. I think it's going to go up. I think we're going to be in the 160s, my guess. 170s, there's going to be some hype. That's my guess from 135. But we'll watch it together. We'll watch it together. Again, I've got 10 shares of stock that has been allotted to me because I signed up early. So I get 10 shares at the IPO price, and then we'll see how it goes from here. Yes, super amazing. And so we're here live. Kriss is here live on a Friday morning. And people are going to say, oh, you should do this every day, Kriss. You should do this every day. I'm just like, I don't know. Every day. Buying IPO isn't guarantee you will get rich. You have rebuy it back 6 months later. Yeah, most likely low roller. Like I said earlier, when Tesla did its IPO, it went up 40%. And then within a few days, it was back down to its IPO price and went a little lower. But if you held on for that Tesla stock from the IPO all the way to today, you'd be up like 3,000%. That's what this is about. This is a long-term deal. SpaceX is going to be huge in the future. Today, it does have an overvalued IPO, but in time, this is going to seem cheap. In the big picture, SpaceX stock price is probably going to be lower in a week. Next week, we can buy SpaceX for less than $135. Most likely, that's how it will play out. But this is a big day today, just the start of trading. Has that Dogecoin themed Starship rocket flown? No. And I don't think it's going to happen. To be honest, I don't think we're going to have a Doge 1 mission. It's just not going to happen. Astrobotic, which was the third-party guys, they got bought out by this group called Voyager. And anything with Voyager with a name in it, it's not good. Geometric did their part, but they're like the managers of the whole thing. They're the ones who paid in Dogecoin. But Astrobotic got bought up by Voyager, and they're working on like lunar rovers and things like that. And I don't think the satellite is ever going to get rebuilt. So I don't think it's happening. Not the answer you wanted to hear, but that is what is going on. How's the IPO doing? Yeah, Jason, exactly. Good morning. How's the IPO doing? We're hanging out. We're hanging out, and we'll watch it. Trump would have been a killer trade recently. I know. What happened with Trump token, and why is the Trump coin going up? Because of his birthday? What? It's his birthday, I guess. So the token goes up in price. It's like, oh God. Take profit. When does it drop? I probably sometime between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. It's now 9:15. Stock market opens at 9:30. We'll be watching. Like here's Circle. We were looking at earlier. Here's Circle. I'm interested in Circle because I have stock. I own Circle stock. Still pre-market, 15 minutes to go before trading starts for the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. And SpaceX is still no data. And there'll probably no data at 9:30. Probably still no data at 9:40. but we'll be watching. Tesla had lower valuations in IPO compared to SpaceX. Fair enough. It still went down. That's what IPOs do. I've never bought an IPO before. This is the first time I've ever bought an IPO. I figured SpaceX and Elon was worth it. To give it, it's 10 shares. It's not going to kill me. It's 10 shares. Maybe not every day, but at least twice a week. I should be live in the morning. Maybe. I can do that with my freedom. Gappy, I got 8 of them. 8 shares for Mr. Gilmore. Awesome. You heard Trump say the war's over, but he lies. Iran says no deal. Yep. Heard all of that. It's just like Trump wanted the stock market to turn around and go back up yesterday, which it did. He wanted oil to come down, which it did. It's all manipulation. If you believe any of that stuff, I don't know what to say. Yo, what's up, TB? Good morning. How are you? How do I buy the SpaceX IPO? You can't do the IPO anymore. You might be able to on some other trading platform. On Robinhood, you can't. But by 10 o'clock this morning, you're going to be able to buy the SpaceX stock live because the stock will be trading then. You just might be paying a higher price. That is what you might be paying. I'm guessing there is a lot of demand. And there's going to be a lot of institutions that are going to be buying the SpaceX on day one. And all of that demand and the institutions is going to cause the price to come up. It's going to be volatile. It's going to be high volume. So probably not the best time to buy SpaceX stock. You might be better off waiting till next week. But you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you can look at other companies in the past that have had IPOs, and you can see how they trade. Some of them just in the first 10 or 15 minutes are starting to go down because they're not big companies like SpaceX is. And they don't have the demand. They have an instant demand, price goes up, and then it tanks. That's typically what happens with smaller company IPOs. But SpaceX is huge, and it has this huge institutional demand as well. So I'm expecting it to go up. Schwab maxed you out at 10 shares, Jack? Yeah. I only put in for 10 shares with Robinhood, and I got 10 shares. DB's driving to Cleveland today, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, then to Sandusky and Cedar Point. Your youngest brother, it's his bachelor weekend. God bless him. Yes, God bless him. Indeed. Indeed. Cedar Point will be a lot of fun. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Awesome. Have a good time. Chuck has been salsa dancing in pictures. Ah, Miss Charlotte. She loves the dancing. What can I say? Iran has no idea who's in charge. I know it's, and that's what the U.S. keeps saying is like, you've got the IRGC, you've got the clerics, you've got the, the leaders that were ousted many, many years ago. You've got like all these different things. You don't know. Can you buy Robinhood and SpaceX? I know it's the morning, AM. It's the morning. What's a target you're going to sell? I'm not selling. I'm just going to take the 10 and I'm going to keep it. It's 10 shares. It's $1,000, $1,350. I'm just holding it. I want Circle to go up. I got a lot of Circle in a swing trade right now. I want Circle to go back up to $100. That's what I want. I want Broadcom. I want Broadcom to go back up over $400. It's like So I can make money on those. I've got a lot of stock of those, big swing trades. We got about 9 more minutes until New York Stock Exchange opens. Why are other channels saying it's a trap? Because it could drop in price. Why they say don't buy, it's a trap. And then they buy behind the scenes. There could be that going on too. Again, my opinion is over the day, SpaceX is going to go up in price. And so 135 is the so-called IPO price. It'll be 160, 170, could be even higher. And I think that's how the day is going to go today. Next week, it'll be back down, most likely. It's going to be hard to maintain that kind of buying pressure to keep SpaceX up high. This is my opinion. We'll see. Schwab didn't let me do the early bird option. So Robinhood says 135 on my app, but then it doesn't say on the actual SpaceX order the actual price yet. So I don't know. I can't say for sure I have 135. It just doesn't say yet. It just says I have the shares. So I've got the 10 shares and it says, 135, make this big. This is what my Robinhood says. SpaceX 135 IPO price. But it doesn't have an average cost yet. The average cost is still a line right there. So I don't know. I can place a limit order, buy more, but I'm good for now. SpaceX is the future, yes. You're excited for Anthropic? So right now here in the East Coast, USA, it's 9:23. So 7 more minutes before the stock market starts trading, but I don't think SpaceX is going to be starting trading till like sometime between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So we'll be watching that. Yours says 135. Doge today, pump or dump. I think Doge is just going to go kind of sideways here between 8.6 and 8.8. I don't think Doge is going to go on any huge run now. It would have already done that if it was going to. But it's not tanking either. We do have Bitcoin is in the red today. See, Bitcoin's in the red, Doge is in the green right here. Bitcoin's in the red, ETH is in the red, Cardano in the red, HBAR in the red, Doge is in the green. So Doge is holding up pretty well today. Doge to the moon, how are you? Hey, Matt. Yeah, I know. It's early where you are over there. I just woke up. Must have misheard you. You said that you can't buy it on Robinhood for SpaceX, but yet you said you put in for 10 shares. Yeah, well, you had to follow me on X and my other live streams, I was talking about it. You had till last Wednesday at 4 o'clock to put in for the IPO. And then they closed it at Wednesday for those getting IPO shares. So now you just have to wait till it starts trading. Your current price on Schwab says 135. Waiting. Yeah. Cutoff was Wednesday at 4 for Schwab accounts as well, Jack says. Yeah, so Matt, that was it. You had to put in for the IPO by Wednesday at 4 o'clock in order to have already shares in your account on launch. SPCX is at 177. It's at 177 trading as a token on other platforms. That's a tokenized version of SpaceX stock. That's not the real SpaceX. It's not trading yet. But 177 makes sense. That's about where I think it's going to be up there. So that it doesn't surprise me that the SpaceX trading that's going on now, which is not NASDAQ, but it's these other platforms, it doesn't surprise me that it's already higher than 135. I think if anything, I'll put in a taster trade, about 25% what I normally do to see how it plays out. This will keep me from FOMOing in at the top. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could see 200 plus a share on a crazy trading day like today. It's going to be huge volume trading. It's going to be giant, but we don't know where the top is going to be. You were able to request yours yesterday on Robinhood and you got one. Okay, Inditech, you were able to get some. Good. Good morning, everybody. I got my coffee. Everybody have your coffee for the morning? 3 more minutes until stock trading starts. But again, for those coming in, SpaceX is not going to be trading right at 9:30. It's going to take a little bit to get everything set up on the back end at NASDAQ. So it might start by 9:45, 9:50, something like that. So we're watching it. We're watching it. Will Elon ring the bell? The New York Stock Exchange has a bell ringing. I don't know what they do over at NASDAQ. This is a NASDAQ thing. I don't know. I don't know who's ringing the bell. Are you allowed to sell your shares if you want to? Yes. There's no restrictions on getting IPO shares, but Robinhood says that if you consistently immediately sell your IPO shares on Robinhood, you won't be able to get future IPOs. I guess they flag you somehow if you do that. But there's no restrictions. It's not like you're an early investor where you have a lock period of 30 days or something like that. These shares that I got aren't like that. They're not like that. I got a few things to cover here. We do have, of course, this thing called Velvet, which is going up like 100%. I don't know what that is. Velvet. We've got the SpaceX IPO, the biggest in market history. $4 billion in revenue on just launches. Starlink makes $11 billion in revenue. AI generates $3 billion in revenue. So they're already generating billions of dollars in revenue. Billions of dollars in revenue. However, they blow it all in Starship launches. They're taking all that money and they're paying for their own Starship test flights. And so they're like a nonprofit. So, once they're a publicly traded company, maybe the Starship test launches get funded in some other manner. But the IPO value starts SpaceX at $1.7 trillion. Only 4.3% of the shares are going to trade. So we're fighting over less than 5% of the company on these shares. So that's what's going on. And meanwhile, we're going to have our friend, Mr. Elon Musk. He's going to become the world's first trillionaire today. That's right. The world's first trillionaire, Elon Musk, will be today. So it's now 9:30. We do have trading going on. Here's Circle, now trading down here, $81. SpaceX is not trading yet, like Kriss said. SpaceX is not trading yet. So all you guys, how come SpaceX isn't trading? Is something wrong? Nope, this is just normal IPO stuff. Give it some time. We'll continue to watch it. We'll be on as soon as it starts trading. We'll have it. Tesla's at $400. Tesla's in the green today, right now, to start opening trading. We got Tesla going up. And for those that are watching on this chart here, I do have the bid and the ask. Bids are in the green, asks are in the red, but they go very fast. Tesla is a high volume trader. These are the actual sales going on, and this goes very fast. Very, very fast. So we'll watch that for SpaceX once it starts trading. Right now, the bid and the ask don't make sense because they're not totally aligned with the books yet. So we wait. So we wait on SpaceX. But again, there's Tesla. Tesla's trading now. And we're just waiting on SpaceX. So sideways on Dogecoin. No other insights? What's good for Musk is good for Dogecoin. Yeah, I think that's about it. I really think so. Crypto is, people thought, oh, crypto's going to tank because people are going to be pulling money out of crypto to buy into. No, I never believe that. We're just going sideways. Sideways. 914, what's up? 10x in a day? Probably not. That would be $10 trillion. Some is best. You put in a limit buy at 150. And we'll see. It could launch already higher. Somebody already said on the tokenized side, it's trading up at like 177 right now. I don't follow those. The real trading is right here. So we're waiting for that to line up and start. We're waiting for that. Look at Tesla. Tesla's going up. Tesla's up 403. It's just Tesla's booming right now. Eventually, Tesla's probably going to get wrapped into SpaceX. There's going to be some huge merger, and it's going to be this giant multi-trillion-dollar company. It's just huge. That could happen. Does everybody have their coffee? Is everybody doing all right? We're waiting. We're waiting. Elon has to achieve a series of moonshot targets to get his pay raise. Well, he's going to get it with this, that's for sure. I think the furniture is here. SpaceX will lay the road for space companies to start growing. I would look at other space companies to invest in. Yeah, there's some other ones that are doing very well. I wouldn't do Amazon, though. Amazon had a little bit of a problem with Blue Origin. Well, Amazon does its own thing, right? So, how long am I supposed to wait for a lower price? Maybe next week. I don't think you're going to be getting anything less than $130 today, but maybe next week. I didn't buy the IPO, but anytime do you know when it comes out today? We're waiting for this to start trading, and my guess was sometime between 9:45 and 10 o'clock, this is going to start trading. So we're going to watch it right here. We've got it live. We got it live here, and as soon as it starts trading, we will have it on SpaceX live trading on NASDAQ, not the tokenized stuff, the real trading. And then this is Dogecoin over here at 868, 869. Yeah, Dogecoin's at 869 right now. The Dogecoin chart is right here above me. We're watching that as well. Hopefully they crash it. Well, they is interesting, right? Who is they and why would they want to crash it? Right? Are they like the shorters, like the big short companies are going to try? I don't think there's shares yet to short with. So I don't think there's going to be much shorting going on today. I think those shares that will be available to use for shorting are going to come over the next few days. So I don't think you're going to have shorting yet, which is good for the price for today. But by next week, again, we could have all of that going on and it could crash next week. Nothing seems to move Dogecoin anymore. Flower face, it's a bear market. And it's the summertime now. We're in the middle of June in 2026, where I called, this is accumulation. You're not going to get any big moves. It's just not happening. Let's go. Yeah, Joseph, welcome. Let's go. We're waiting. Rather than putting all of my eggs in one rocket, I just asked ChatGPT to tell me which ETFs would give me the best exposure to SpaceX, and I invested in those. Well, there you go. That's a good way to do it, Rob. A little less risk, and you've got the exposure. Awesome. Good luck to you. Good luck to you on that. Josh, I got 11 shares of the 20. Yeah, I got 10 shares. I've got my 10 shares. So I'm in the game. I'm selling 90 minutes after it opens. So if it starts at 10 o'clock, this is again East Coast time, you're selling by 11:30. Yeely, good morning. Good morning to you. Do you have your coffee? I got my coffee right here, my Guggenheim mug. Coffee. The Carpenter Technology Corporation supplies the high-performance specialty metals and alloys, and they're probably doing very well too. Is anybody live tracking if Elon is 1 trillion? I don't know. There is a, I do have the live tracking of the IPO closing and the market cap here on Polymarket. So I'm watching that. So we're watching the pricing of that. And right now, just looking at the total market cap of SpaceX. So that's a thing, kind of watching. Here, again, SpaceX price is also going to be tracked on X. So you can, anytime you use $SPCX, you can see the price of SpaceX. We got the Trump token, which went crazy, up 20% because it's his birthday, I guess. I don't know why. Next week, we'll be talking about the Bank of Japan. And the Bank of Japan is going to be hiking rates again, while we're going to also have the Fed, US Fed and FOMC next week, and which are not going to hike rates, but they're not going to cut rates. I think it's going to be just keeping it level and seeing what happens. But this could tank the market. Every time the Bank of Japan has hiked rates in the past, we've had Bitcoin go down about 20%. So that's next week. Something to talk about. But Elon Musk is going to become a Dogecoin trillionaire. A Dogecoin, right? A Dogecoin. A trillionaire in Dogecoin, right? The trillionaire in Dogecoin. The prophecy. I'm going to be the first trillionaire in Dogecoin, right? In Dogecoin. Yeah. Look at Doge. Doge is going up. 872 now. So again, Dogecoin, for those coming in, Dogecoin is in the green. Bitcoin, ETH, Cardano are all in the red. But Dogecoin's in the green. Doing well. While we're watching for SpaceX to start trading, it has not officially started trading yet on the NASDAQ. And someone said it's trading over on other platforms, but that's tokenized versions, futures trading, like all that crap, not the real stock trading. And we're waiting for the real stock trading here. We also have the pinger going off, and the pinger is, let's see what we got. Bitcoin's going down, XRP going down. So we've got some leverage trades, and we've got this velvet thing going up, still taking out shorts. So this is, I just keep this on because I see what's going on in the crypto market. And right now, crypto prices generally are coming down, taking out long leveraged trades. So that's what's going on over there. But we wait for SpaceX. Overall, Tesla's now down back to 398. So we had an initial run on Tesla stock, and then Tesla just turned around and now is going down and is in the red on the day. So we have that going on in the stock market right now. Again, Tesla started trading, had an initial run up to $404, and now it's coming down, $397 now. So Tesla stock is turning around and going down. Are people selling Tesla shares to buy space? Why would you do that? Eventually, that's all going to be the same company. But for swing traders, if somebody was swinging this and bought Tesla or sold Tesla up here over 400 and are going to buy it back in lower, I mean, stuff like that happens. A lot of people do that. So, but SpaceX, again, not trading yet. We're waiting for it to start. Good luck, everyone. Yes, Josh. Virgin Space just had a big dump. That's Virgin Galactic, right? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Down 25%. Virgin Galactic. Look at that. Wow. All right. So that wasn't a good stock to be in and holding. That was not a good stock to be holding. Down 25%. Virgin Galactic. Wow. Does that mean anything for SpaceX when SpaceX starts? I don't know. Or is it just all the money is going to be coming into SpaceX? Wow. Thanks for pointing that out, Campo. Whew. Do you think the price of SpaceX is going to go down in short term? No, short term, like today, I think it's going to go up. By next week, you can probably buy lower. That's what I think. Charlie, you have me on in the background. All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody at Charlotte's Place. I managed to get some SpaceX shares. Congratulations to you. I got some as well. I hope SpaceX IPO wouldn't end beyond meat IPO. Yeah. I didn't get in any of that. Beyond Meat or those vegetarian options of fake meat, whatever they are. I didn't do any of that. In 2030, Doge will be $1? Maybe. Abraham, how are you? July 2021, Doge hit low bottom of 5 cents. Well, that was actually 2022 June, but I get it. Do you think it will follow next month, July 2026? I believe we're going to be scraping back to 8 cents in the sevens. Could be lower depending on black swans, geopolitical events, and all of those things. July, August, September, it's bear market. We're in the summer of 2026, crypto bear market. as I called 6 months ago, we would be down here, and we are. It's exactly where I thought we would be. I'm ready to buy again in July on the next big dip. If indeed it happens, I'll be ready. That's my plan. Buy more Doge. Flowerface says anything under 25 cents is a hell of a deal. Just keep DCA. Is this your new live time? Daniel, I don't know. I'm doing this today for SpaceX. I can stream whatever I want now because I'm not working. This is my job now. I'm on my own time. But I'm doing this for SpaceX because this is a big deal. We're going to be live and watch what SpaceX does. Can I check H-bar? Sure. H-bar right here. SpaceX it's 9:45 now. SpaceX still not trading. H-bar is at 7.8. Look at H-bar. H-bar's tanking right now. Down to 7.8. So it's less than Doge by almost a penny. Doge is 8.7. H-bar is at 7.8. Tanking right now. Yeah. But Doge is being propped up right now, mostly because of the SpaceX thing. Again, for Dogecoin, for those that don't know, Dogecoin's in the green today. But we've got Bitcoin, ETH, Algorand, H-bar all in the red. And Doge is in the green. When is SpaceX available for trade? I forecasted it would start trading between 9:45 and 10 o'clock on NASDAQ. So we're at 9:48 right now. So we're in that window of when it could start if they get everything organized. Some IPOs have waited until like 10:30 or so, depending on everything on the backside they need to get set for live trading. This is a big one. There's a lot of attention on it. It'd be great if it was ready to go right now. You're finally able to catch a live. Well, I'm glad my timing today lines up with your schedule. A special early Friday edition, again, for those who, where it's morning time, have your coffee. I'm still drinking mine right here, my Guggenheim mug, my coffee. That's good. Every space stock in my watch list and all the space exposure ETFs have gone down this morning because they're all selling so they can buy SpaceX stock. Probably that's the rotation. I don't think Europe banned crypto platforms. No, low roller. Please do your research. There might be some proposal out there for something, but it's not banned. You're welcome. Glad to be here. Do I hold any ADA? No, Jack. No, I sold my ADA in January 2025. January 20, that's a year and a half ago. I got out of ADA and I'm never buying it again. No, that's a dying platform. Hoskinson is going to try and do what he can to keep the thing alive. And it's just, there's so many better things to be investing in my opinion. So many better places to put your investing dollars in crypto than Cardano. Can you do a stock market live stream every morning? I could. I'm able to do that. I do stock trading. I do swing trading on stocks. Again, right now, Broadcom is down and Circle is down. So I don't like that because I'm in the middle of swing trades there. But everything's down. Palantir is down. Even Meggle Megal down a little bit today. Amazon is down today. So we got kind of a red day on stocks. And Tesla had immediate green up, had a big red candle down. These are 5-minute candles. And now it's coming back up. So the Tesla buying has started back today. So I think Tesla's going to end up pretty fine. But everything else is in the red. Apple's down. Look at Apple down 291. I sold my Apple stock last week at about 310. So down to 291. But all eyes on SpaceX right now. We're waiting, being patient. We just got to hope Doge flies with the drop. The drop being when SpaceX starts trading, not a drop in SpaceX price, correct? I don't think SpaceX price is going to drop. I don't know. Now you got to follow the SpaceX Dogecoin trading pair. I may need to use AI to help me with that one, Jason, because I don't think that's going to exactly exist between stock and Dogecoin, but maybe somebody will create it. Maybe. Did I retire? Yes, I retired from working for somebody else. Now I work for myself. I do some consulting work. I do YouTube. I still have my other side business income streams coming in. So I've got all that. I work for myself. I'm also designing and working with a contractor on my studio space, my house here in Florida. I'm building out a studio space, and that's going to take all summer long to do that. So I'm in a temporary location here in one of the other bedrooms that is just my temporary studio until I get my real one built. Maybe your 15-minute video should be done live. I like my 15-minute video the way it is. I don't really want to do it live. I like the format of what it is, so I can go through the news pieces. Because again, I believe I'm not a technical analysis guy, right? I don't just do all the TA and fib lines and history, but I look at the news as well, because the news influences the price. And so I'm going to keep doing those videos as they are. Morning time, I drink hot coffee like you. In the afternoon, you go to iced coffee. Yeah, I can't drink iced coffee. I can't. I like iced tea. So I switch over to iced tea in the afternoon. I like iced tea. But iced coffee, coffee ice cream, like I can't do the taste of that. But hot coffee in the morning, now it's kind of lukewarm, but that I like. And I have my cup of coffee every morning. Good. You would definitely make my workday a lot better by doing daily live streams. Okay. Gooseman, how are you? I'm in the background. Hey, I'll be in the background. I'm in the background in Manchester. Shout out to Charlotte again. Hello. We're waiting for SpaceX to start trading here. Still waiting. Hasn't started yet. It's now 9:54 East Coast time in the United States. We're still waiting for SpaceX. Either everybody's trying to buy SpaceX or we shot another rocket. Yeah, everything's looking kind of red. We kind of got red across the stock market right now. There's Broadcom. Circle is down. Palantir, these are on my watch list. That's down. Amazon is down. And Tesla's holding up okay. 396, 397 right now. And Apple is down to 291. Still going down. So yeah, kind of red in the market. Red in the market. As we wait for SpaceX to start. Yeah. What made me choose to move to Florida? So Florida's warm. as opposed to Boston, which is freaking cold. So no more cold winters. So that was out. Florida, state, no state income tax. I had to pay $50,000. Yes, $50,000 to the state of Massachusetts for my capital gains profits. I'd like to keep that $50,000. So now in Florida, I get to keep more of the money I make through trading. Where in Massachusetts, I had to pay. So I looked at states that don't have it. It's Florida. Florida also is much more independent and free. The governor is very much for freedom, and it looks like there's going to be an election. I think DeSantis's time is up this fall, and it looks like we're going to be still free in the future for Florida. So politically, I mean, things are all over the place here in Florida, but it seems to be a little bit more moderate in Florida politically. So I think that's a good place to be. And also, the real estate prices were a lot less here than Boston. So I was able to buy a place and also do my renovation for much, much less than what I had in Boston. And I'm here now. And especially in the wintertime, it's going to be so nice. Not shoveling snow anymore. Other than Doge, what other coins are you considering buying for the next bull run? Good question. We talk about this during my other live streams. My goal is to own some Bitcoin, but I'm not buying any Bitcoin. I'm going to buy Doge. I'm going to convert it into Bitcoin when the Doge BTC trading pair doubles in price, which will give me twice as much Bitcoin. So I do want to have Bitcoin back in my portfolio. I've got a little bit, but I want more. Also, I'm looking at SWI. I did buy in a little Pepe. I've got a couple other little things. I still have my Kriss DCA portfolio, which we checked during my crypto live streams. I still have that. Am I going to buy anything else? Probably not. Probably not. Charlotte, that's awesome. You said you were in the background in Manchester. My client said, is he talking about you? Yes, I am. I'm talking about you, Charlotte. And your lovely establishment. Hello, all clients of Charlotte. Isn't Charlotte awesome? I think she's awesome. All good reasons to move to Florida. Yes, all good reasons to move to Florida. And plus, I'm going to have a lot of people now visiting me. I'm going to have a lot of people visiting me in the winter times, where when I was in Boston, nobody wanted to be near me. But now it's like, oh, Kriss is there. SpaceX bid is now 175. All right. So that's higher than 135. We're still waiting right here on the NASDAQ. This is tied right into the NASDAQ, and there's no trading yet. No trading yet. So much red, and yet Doge is green. Nice. Yes, Dogecoin is still right here in the green. Holding on, 869. Dogecoin, 869. Bitcoin's down to 63.1. Doge at 8.7. So Doge is doing well. Well, it's now 10 o'clock. SpaceX is still not trading on NASDAQ at 10 o'clock. Still not trading. Pepe, why on earth? It's just because one of my friends is a big Pepe holder, and I said, I'll get some Pepe. A year from now, a year and a half from now, the Pepe price is going to be up and it'll be profit. Plus, it was also money that I had on Uniswap. So it was an ETH to Pepe trade, and I think Pepe will outperform ETH. So it was better for me because I had the ETH sitting there. It was better for me to swap it to Pepe now in the bottom of the bear market, because Pepe will outperform ETH. That's why. Say it out loud. Charlotte is a DJ. Yes. Circle's now 79. I know. I'm in the middle of a trade though for Circle. I'm in the middle of a trade. So I already own a bunch of this. But if I was fresh with cash looking for a swing trade, buying Circle at 79 is a good price. Now, there's a risk there. The overall stock market can still go down lower. The S&P 500, many people are calling for a bigger pullback in the S&P 500. That can still happen, and Circle would go lower if that was indeed the case. But if the S&P 500 is going to go sideways from here for a bit, Circle is a good thing to buy at 79 bucks. Yes. I'm already heavily into it. Will SWE go back to 5? No. I think there's too many token unlocks for SWE to go up to $5. Again, you can get it now for, what's the SWE price right now? SWE 75 cents now. 75 cents. So I don't think it's going to go to $5. I think that was overhyped price, and there were less tokens then. Again, you've got to look at the unlocks, the SWE token unlocks. Everyone complains about Dogecoin. Oh, there's so many new Dogecoin, blah, 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 blah. Well, have you seen these others and how much? And how many new tokens are created? Like Arbitrum and Optimism and Solana, and they have token unlocks, and they just keep unlocking. Even XRP has huge minting of new tokens that happens, and people complain about Dogecoin. And it's like, on a percentage basis, the early live. Yes, Ramses, I'm here. Early live today. We're waiting for SpaceX to start trading. It's 10:03 now, still no SpaceX trading. We're being patient. We're being patient. The Doge CubeSat mission is still scheduled for fall. No, Patrick, it's not fall. There's some website out there that's talking about fall. Elon said the earliest it would be next year, which is 2027. And I've heard nothing from Geometric other than, yeah, probably 2027. So that's not correct. Did anyone else have issues with the Coinbase Doge chart yesterday? I wasn't looking at the Coinbase. I look at the Binance. This is Binance here. I don't follow the Coinbase chart. The Binance has here for Dogecoin, this has the most volume of trading, which is the Doge USDT trading pair for USDT. And so this is the one that I use. And Doge is doing great. In the green for today. Meanwhile, stocks are still not great. Tesla at 395. Apple down at 291. Maybe we'll see a little turnaround now. Did we bottom out for the day? Still looks like negative pressure to me. We got GameStop down at $21 for GameStop stock. And Circle's down at 79. That's my watch list. Hit the like if you haven't already. Thanks, Goose, for reminding people. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I should probably do a poll. Start a Q&A. That Q&A. I want to poll. Should Kriss start doing more morning stock live streams? Unofficial poll. Unofficial poll. But vote in the poll for those that are here. Should Kriss start doing more of these? There's always something going on that we should be looking at. So maybe. Hello, Hamed. How are you? What's up, Kriss? Do you see Cardano hitting $1? $1. God. What is it now? 17 cents? I think that's where I sold it. Again, this was early 2025. I think it had reached $1 and it dipped back off, but man, that's just not. Grok says true. You can always ask Grok. And most things Kriss does say are true. I keep things real here. That's why I say keeping it real, because I keep things real here. This isn't a hype channel. If you want a hype channel on YouTube, there's lots of those out there. This isn't that. I keep things real. That's why people support me, like me, show up here. Because we keep it real here. I don't give total unrealistic expectations. What's SanDisk doing? SNDK. What's SanDisk doing? Up 5%. Look at SanDisk. This thing is a monster. I don't know why this keeps going up. Look at the daily here. 1,009. This thing's going to have a stock split soon. It's almost $2,000 a share. Let's see, its last earnings was April 30th. So next earnings will be July. They might do a stock split. Look at this thing. We've got Virgin Galactic. Looks like it bottomed at like 4,400. Man, they were 6,000 yesterday. They were $6,000 a share yesterday, and it's now down to 4,400. 22% drop on the day. We have Bragg House, which is a Dogecoin treasury company. It's up 5% today. Zone is no longer a Dogecoin treasury company. They're now going to pivot to AI. It's up 4% today. NVIDIA has turned around and is going back up and is now in the green for NVIDIA. Micron back over $1,000 a share in the green. So we're looking at all of these. We're waiting for SpaceX, still not trading yet. You can now lose money betting and in crypto if you use Solana in the World Series Poker. Solana. Yes, I guess they're tokenizing stuff on Solana. They're using Solana blockchain. I look tanned and healthy. I know. I was on the beach yesterday. Yesterday, I went down to the beach. And that was really to, I wanted to see what was going on with the sargassum. And there it is right there. For those that don't know, there's this big, huge amount of so-called seaweed that are rolling into, you can see the water and how dark it is here. That's all filled with seaweed, sargassum. And it rolls up on the beach and it gets really thick and yucky. And the beaches aren't really a nice place to swim right now here in South Florida. It's just not. So yeah, so I went to Fort Lauderdale and I went to the beach yesterday afternoon to see all of this. And it's bad. It's pretty bad. It's been worse in some places where you just get like feet thick of this stuff. This is like the worst. Summer 2026 is really bad here. Really bad. But I had to see it myself. So yeah, I was out. I was out in it. But I get healthy and tan, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, this was yesterday. I was out in it. Look at Doge going up. 874 Doge is going up higher for Dogecoin. While SpaceX is we're still waiting on SpaceX. I can't believe, crypto exposure, welcome. I can't believe people are still trying to convince people meme coin should be invested in. Random Joes on YouTube with no financial education. Yeah, but I have financial education and I still buy Dogecoin. Now, as far as other meme tokens, who knows? Are we going to have another meme season? Maybe. Can money be made in memes? Yeah, probably, but not right now. This is the bear market. We're still down in the depths. So we're looking to buy into, we're still looking to buy in the depths. A Grok broke up with me. Oh, did you lose your AI boyfriend? If you keep it real, you'd not be going live on meme coins. How about talk about steps to get people out of debt? I do. Crypto exposure. I talk about that all the time. You can ask these other people here. Dogecoin is low risk when it comes to meme coins. I don't follow all of those other pump.fund tokens and all that crap. You're going to lose money on that. But I do talk about steps to get people out of debt. I've been talking about that for years and ways to do that. So stick around, subscribe. I do talk about that because I was in debt myself. 8 years ago, I was in huge debt. I made side businesses. I worked my way out and then got into investing. And I did smart investing and eventually took some risks. Yes, there's always risks, right? There's always risks. There's not, right? There's always a chance that it does go down, and it still can go down this summer, as I say. So I do keep it real. Isn't all sunshine and butterflies, right? But I got to a point where I could retire early, don't have to work anymore. I do this. I still do investing. I still have a lot of money in the markets. I got a lot of money sitting on the side right now. Got a ton of money sitting on the side. Don't go rebounding with ChatGPT or anything else. Right. Don't waste your time on people who try and convince you to lose money. Right. Cardano. Again, we were selling crypto a year and a half ago. We were selling crypto a year and a half ago. Okay? That's what we did here. You can look at my past videos and live streams from a year and a half ago. We were selling, taking profits, being smart about it, right? A lot of you did not take any profits. You were waiting for bigger gains. I took profits. You're going to go with Annie. Doge is climbing. Look at that. Doge is up to 876 now. Steadily climbing as we're still waiting for SpaceX. You're going to be back in France. Going to be back in France in a few days. And then you'll be on the beach. Nice. I hope you get good weather. Not too hot. Let's go Doge. Mercheek's in the house. How are you? Yes. What if Elon calls the SpaceX IPO off? Not going to happen. Recommends people to buy Doge. That's just, it's a funny thing to say. We had that weed in Barbados last week. Yeah, the sargassum is bad this year. I told you last week, Doge is going up for the little guys. There we go. That's why we're watching Dogecoin. We're watching the Dogecoin chart too, because look at Doge going up. That's nice. Thank you. Joseph, how are you? You've been in South Florida for 35 years. Welcome to Florida. Wait till August to feel the real heat and humidity. It's been pretty warm so far, and I guess this weekend and next week it's going to be pretty warm again too. That's okay. I'm ready for it. I lived here before. I went to school, University of Miami. I lived in Coral Gables for a number of years. This was like a long time ago. So I know it. Careful saying Dogecoin is low risk because you know people will take that out of context. Kriss said, I said compared to those other stupid meme tokens. Compared to other stupid meme tokens, Dogecoin is low risk. But look at Doge go. It's pushing up. Doge is pushing up. 882. Might be time for all eyes on Doge. Tell him how much you paid in taxes. I know. He's new. That's okay. I welcome new people here. This is a good place to be, to keep it real, which I do. Oh, you sold everything and made millions. Yes, I did. I sold not quite everything, but most. And I booked the profit of millions of dollars. Yes. Which allows me to be here on a Friday talking with you guys, waiting for SpaceX to start. You put in a buy order at 120. Well, Mars, we'll see whether that hits. I have no idea what this SpaceX stock is going to do when it starts trading. Someone says over on the tokenized side, it's still way up. We don't have seaweed here. We've got tumbleweeds. Yeah, we've got the seaweed here in South Florida called sargassum, which is good in limited amounts. This year is a bad year. They don't know why exactly. They're talking about El Nino, like patterns and things like that are creating more and more of it. It's a real nuisance for beachgoers, but it's part of nature. When it's out in sea, it allows for fish and other things to be under it, which is good for the ecosystem, like all of that stuff. So in an end of the world scenario, does it mean I get a few seats on the SpaceX rocket to Mars? You want to go with Elon to Mars? You could go with Elon. You love the heat. I love the heat too. I like the heat. I prefer warm weather over cold weather any day. Any day. So much so that I'm not even going to go skiing anymore. It's just like, why? Why go from a beautiful warm place to a cold place to ski? I just like, my feet are going to get frozen again. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Look at Doge. Look at that big green candle on Dogecoin. Up to 885 now, and Doge is still going up. Where's Wei Zhu when you need him? I said Dogecoin has the possibility of pumping, and look at it. Pump. We don't have any SpaceX trading yet. 10:20 now. Still waiting. I got some lukewarm coffee still. I hate the sandflies. I haven't experienced that here. The pinger time, I turned the pinger off. It was annoying. I turned it off. Oh, actually, no, it's on. It's on. We've got Velvet. Whatever Velvet is going up huge today. It's taking out shorts. Doge is taking out the shorts because Doge is going up. But yeah, we're taking out shorts. A lot of little ones right now. But Doge is up. We could see Doge 9 cents. Let's do a run through quick. Looks like stocks did bottom out here around 10 o'clock. And now coming up. Yeah, stocks bottomed at about 10 o'clock. Now coming up. Coinbase. Look at that. Red on market open. Down to 155. And now it's all the way back up to 160. So the Coinbase stock is following crypto coming up. Tesla back up to 396. Apple from hit 290, now up to 292. So we do have a bit of a turnaround in stocks, but no SpaceX yet. We're still waiting. Doge is showing off. It's never annoying listening to leverage traders getting crushed. And there's leverage trading on SpaceX because you can do that on these perp trading platforms. You can leverage trade the tokenized version of SpaceX, which once SpaceX starts trading is going to follow the NASDAQ price. But right now it's still kind of a futures thing, guessing where the price of SpaceX is actually going to be when it starts trading. Right. I said it wasn't going to start right away. Doge, TM. So it's not delayed. It's just, this is what IPOs do. They don't start trading at 9:30. There were some online that said between 9:45 and 10. It's now 10:20 and it's still not trading yet. So we're being patient. It'll get started. I don't see anything saying that it's well, let me do a refresh here. Let me see what's happening here. Oh, there I am right there. We're live over on YouTube. See, even on X, I got 12 likes on it. SpaceX set to top $2 trillion in market value in NASDAQ debut. Shares indicate to open at about 175 versus the 135 IPO price. That was as of 5 minutes ago. That was Walter Bloomberg. So, yeah. And of course, Elon Musk will become the world's first trillionaire as SpaceX goes public. It looks like SpaceX did the opening bell for NASDAQ. CBOE had someone else, but it looked like SpaceX did do the NASDAQ opening bell, but still not trading yet. Okay. Many are asking, why is SpaceX not trading yet? Here's exactly how the IPO process works. The IPO was quoted at 9:50, was expected to begin trading at 10 o'clock. That does not guarantee shares will trade at that time. Before trading begins, NASDAQ must complete a price discovery auction where buy and sell orders are collected and matched. At around 9:50, first indications came out, which are essentially a gauge of where the stock will open. The first indications on SpaceX came in at 175 per share, a 30% premium to the 135 IPO price. Orders are entered. No trades occur yet. NASDAQ continuously updates the indicative opening price. Opening price is adjusted until supply and demand are balanced. Only then does the opening auction occur and the first trade print. We expect that SpaceX IPO to open for trading within the next 60 minutes. Buckle up for a historic day. So there we are. That's what's going on. You heard sometime between 10:30 and 12 now, according to Bloomberg. Could be. Look at Doge, though. Doge is still pumping this morning, guys. Doge now up 3% on the day. Dogecoin. And we wait for stock. Looks like everything's leveling out on the stock field right now. 395, Tesla, as we wait. Protein Source, how are you? What do you think about selling one rental property to invest all Dogecoin? Depends on where you are, but in the bear market where we are now, this summer, there are buying opportunities in crypto. I think, again, just looking at past performance, that you'll be better off investing in crypto than real estate. So yes, look at 8.9 on Doge now. Look at that green candle. Up, 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 up for Doge. But to sell real estate, right? You need a realtor. You're going to pay the realty fees. You're going to pay the taxes. You got all of that. You have to weigh in. But if you can get it done before the end of August, I mean, it's the summertime. It's going to be tough selling. Again, it depends on where you are. There's more buyers than sellers right now. I'm sorry, there's more sellers than buyers. Let me flip that around. There's more sellers than buyers right now in most real estate markets. So you have to aggressively price your property right now in real estate. Again, it depends on where you are. I was able to pick up 15,000 more Doge at 8.3 cents. Nice, Mr. Nunez. Welcome. Yes, good price. Look at, oh, we're up to, we see the yellow line up here. That's 9-cent target. Look at Doge. Doge is pumping up. Dogecoin under 10 cents. It's good to be seeing a big green candle for Doge. Yes, Doge, Doge, Doge. Agreed. Yeah, you're going to make more money in crypto than real estate, in my opinion. But right now, you still own that piece of real estate. Selling it is not going to be easy at a good price right now. Again, there's a lot more sellers than buyers across the real estate market. Yep. Let's go Doge. Does SpaceX own Bitcoin and Doge? Mars, all we know right now is Bitcoin is on the SpaceX balance sheet. They did not show any Dogecoin during their last earnings call. So I don't know what happened with the Dogecoin that they received from Geometric for the Doge 1 mission. I don't know what happened to that Dogecoin. It's not on their balance sheet. So did they sell it, or do they have that as part of their cash position, so-called cash position, and they're not treating it as a reserve like they're doing with Bitcoin? We don't know. We don't know that. How far back to the brown box? The last box was the purple boxes that I did after October 10th. And I don't remember what the price was for that. For Doge. What did we have for that? For Dogecoin. There's October 10th. It came up. I had erased the boxes, but they were up here at like 16, 17 cents. So still a ways to go. But here on the daily, look at this curl back up to the yellow line right there. So that's right here. That yellow line is 9 cents. And I told you Monday, and then again on Wednesday. No, I didn't do Monday. I did Tuesday live stream. Tuesday and Wednesday. I said 9 cents is a magnet for Dogecoin. It's like a magnet. Yes, as Jason says, going for that 9 cents. I'll have to make a new box, Charlotte. I got rid of the old Pepito. Personally, I like full tires. Lil X has plenty of Dogecoin. Yes, we don't know how many Elon bought. This was back in early February 2021. Elon bought a bag of Doge for Lil X. As far as we know, it's still there. Pitch Poland took a $35,000 loss on my house I sold this week. But what are you going to do with the money you got, though? I like when people say Kriss is right. I like that. But you're going to do a lot better. In my opinion, don't do what I say, though. I already did this last cycle where I sold my house and I put the money into crypto and I made a lot of money. This cycle, is crypto going to repeat the same thing? If you look at the 4-year cycles and you look at history, history will tell you crypto is going to be a good investment. Particularly something like Doge, because Doge can do this. Doge can go on these runs. Again, look, Bitcoin is still in the red, ETH in the red, ADA in the red, HBAR in the red, and look at Dogecoin pushing up in the green. This is what Dogecoin can do. And this is little. This is like 4.5% right now. It's not huge. Dogecoin goes on bigger runs when it does. Now, most likely, if Dogecoin pushes up into the 9s, it's probably going to pull back over the weekend or next week. We're still in an overall bear market, summer 2026. So you have to be careful, even on little pumps like this for Doge, because most likely, eventually, it's going to pull back again. This is not permanent. Just where we are in the overall timeline of things. Circle's back up over $80. Again, at 10 o'clock, you could have bought this at 78.5. It's now back up over 80 for Circle. We're just watching that. Oh, there's Doge. It's making its move to 9 cents. There it is. 9 cent Dogecoin. As predicted. Now 901. Dogecoin moving up. Again, we're still waiting for SpaceX. No trading yet. 1035. No trading yet. When are we going to see my magnet again? This fall. Again, I don't trust anything in crypto through like the first 2 weeks of September. I don't trust anything in crypto. Thank you, Campo. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dogecoin just broke 9 cents. Wait to see what the news price is. Still in the rumor. I know, right? But we can still say go Doge. Yes. Look at this Doge pushing up to 905 now. See all that Doge I bought at 8.6 and 8.7, still looking pretty good. Now, did I get the bottom? No, I didn't. I front ran myself. But back to 9 cents. That was a magnet. That was a short-term magnet, was 9 cents. And there's Doge now over 9 cents. Nice little pump. Doge hovering 9 cents through the summer would be a healthy recovery. It would be. It would be. And as I said, a year and a half from now, it's not going to matter whether you bought Doge at 8.1, 8.3, 8.6, 8.8. Anything in the 8s is going to look pretty good. A year and a half from now, we're not even going to remember this. Elon hasn't mentioned Dogecoin in the last 24 hours. Nope, he hasn't. There were some incorrect links to scam and fake YouTube live streams that had Elon talking about Dogecoin and Bitcoin, and those were fake. It was the old scam thing with a QR code, and you send us Bitcoin or Dogecoin, and we'll send you back double. It's like, come on, dude. You send us crypto, we'll send you back double. Yeah, no. Respectfully prove Kriss wrong. Blast past 10 cents. Yeah, we got Doge. 9.2. Dogecoin now up 6.5%. We're still waiting on SpaceX. Kriss is right, 98%. You know, I'll take 98%, Josh. I'll take that. Jay, how are you? Doge is flying. Yeah, Doge pumping up. Having a good run. Stocks today, let's see, AMC is up. Look at AMC stock up to 236 now. That's crazy. Again, Circle is turning around from the dip, the 10 o'clock dip. We got Circle coming back up. Tesla, 396. We're watching Tesla. It didn't have a big drop. So Tesla is still holding well. And we wait on SpaceX. While we're watching Doge, just got a notification from Coinbase that Dogecoin is up. So I'm starting to get all those notifications now. Dogecoin up above 9 cents. Dogecoin is up. So if you're holding Dogecoin on Robinhood or Coinbase, you are getting notifications of Dogecoin's pump this morning. As we continue to wait for SpaceX. Come on, SpaceX. Maybe Elon is celebrating the SpaceX IPO with buying some celebrity Doge. Somebody's buying Dogecoin right now. The whales are buying. Whales are always buying on dips. And now they're like, well, we got a bit of a little run going. Doge is running. Blame Kriss. Yeah. A trillionaire could buy a lot of Dogecoin. Yep. Target price for Doge. Ryan, this pump is unknown. We're at uncharted territory, back up above 9 cents. For the month of June. We know if we zoom out, we can see Doge was back up here at about 10 cents. 1st of June. Yeah, 1st of June, back up at 10 cents. So we do see this cup forming here, and it would be back up to 10 cents. Where we were at beginning of June. So we had the dip down into the 8s. And then we touched, again, 7.9, 7.8. I think the bottom of the dip here was 7.77 on the very bottom of the dip. Nobody bought that. Well, I guess somebody did, but And now we got the pump up to 9.2. Yasser Cardenas locked in 2,000 profit for Doge, thinking Doge is going to now pull back, which I wouldn't be surprised if Dogecoin did have a big pullback from here. Again, in a bear market, you would expect that. So doing that as a swing, probably not a bad idea. But Doge could still pump higher. SpaceX hasn't even started trading yet. So the hype is still kind of there. Doge pumps because of Elon and just the association with Elon. It has nothing to do with whether SpaceX holds Doge or not. It's an Elon thing. And we talked about this all week, that it's an Elon thing. The same thing happened with Twitter and Elon buying Twitter back in 2022. It's an Elon thing. It had nothing to do specifically with Doge, but that's how Dogecoin trades. Altcoin Sherpa telling everyone it's a good scalp. Probably a good call. Yes. Dogecoin can go on runs and then eventually it's going to pull back. I don't know where the run is going to end today for Doge and how high Doge is going to go. I don't know. SpaceX still isn't even trading yet. So we could see once SpaceX starts trading, Dogecoin could go on a pump again, especially if it launches at like 175, which is above the 135 IPO price. So yeah, that could still be, it could still be a run, a further run for Doge can still happen because of that. Yes. Dogecoin to the moon, seriously. Again, I don't think that Doge 1 mission is actually going to happen. So is there actually going to be a physical Dogecoin on the moon? Maybe someday, but I had a 7.8 cent limit order. So that hit. Not much, but it hit. That's okay. Ye of little faith, Doge will push past 10 cents. Flower face. You're talking to someone who has followed Dogecoin religiously every day since early 2021. I know how Dogecoin trades. Stebbing posted that crypto speculation and cycles are over. I don't agree. So Davin, if you read what he said, I think it was more in the order of that's what he wants to happen with Doge. He wants Dogecoin to have utility. He wants Dogecoin, right, to be used. And he wants that kind of big trading speculation to end. But I don't think he thinks that's actually going to happen. I think that's more what he wants. Because I disagree with Tim completely on this. This is what Tim wants. Dogecoin is still going to be a speculative asset. It's still going to go on huge runs. It's still going to go on huge dumps. Elon and Doge designer X post no longer swing. Correct. What's happening with Doge? Abraham, you got to be here, man. We've been talking about this for the last hour. You got to be here. You're confident Doge is going to 10 cents. Me? SpaceX IPO? Yeah, you didn't mean me. I know that. You got Tim Stebbing, you got others, right? But I'm like, I've seen Dogecoin do these pumps before. We are in the middle of June of 2026 in a bear market. Any Dogecoin pump that we have now is most likely going to come back down. And I hate to say that, but we've seen this before. It happens. I think Dogecoin will be orbiting the Earth on one of those satellites. There's still a Tesla car up there that Elon blasted up into space. Was what was it? One of those old Model 3s or something? It's still out there somewhere between Earth and Mars. There's this car. Elon, just crazy Elon. Still waiting for SpaceX. Come on, SpaceX. What you doing, man? What you doing? See what the latest is. Elon isn't a trillionaire yet. I guess he rang the NASDAQ opening bell, but it's not trading yet. Anything else new? I guess I hit latest, huh? See what the latest is. SpaceX IPO, what's your bet? SpaceX listing is here. Watch live. That was an hour ago from NASDAQ. All eyes on SpaceX, yes. We're waiting. We're waiting. I will call the bottom or the top. Oh, that's good. I call the bottom or the top too. Epic milestone. Blah, blah, blah. Fidelity was the best buy far for SpaceX IPO shares. 800 shares seemed to be the max what retail investors got. Wow. Retail investors were getting up to 800 shares on Fidelity if they went through them. I'm happy with my 10 shares. I got my 10 shares. Another casual day as Elon and SpaceX have another 29 satellites to orbit. CBF Living says, hey, 20 shares, not great, but that's what you got. King Elon. It's not trading yet. Not trading yet. Next week, it'll be time to rotate into the next event. Well, I'll be careful next week. Again, we've got the Japanese rate hikes coming next week, most likely. That's usually not good for the markets. And then we're going to have the Fed and the Fed FOMC, and they're not going to cut rates. I don't think they're going to raise rates either. I think it's going to be neutral again for another round. But with new Fed Chair Kevin Warsh not lowering rates like Trump wants. But again, it's the Board of Governors who vote. It's not, Warsh doesn't just get to decide on his own. But we wait. Again, we wait. This is SpaceX futures trading here. Perpetual SpaceX trading. And it's up at 172. 172. So that's probably a good target from 135 of where we would expect SpaceX to be trading right now, according to the perps. So we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Yes, be careful, blah, blah, blah. Yes, the stock market is overvalued. Inflation is up, interest rates, oil prices, consumer sentiment low. Like all that is going on in the background. All of that is going on. Dogecoin, my friends, is back to 897. So that little run up to 925 is back below 9 cents. But Doge could still trade right around 9 cents still. And again, SpaceX hasn't even started trading yet. So that was a little front run on Doge for that pump. One big retailer decides to accept Dogecoin. Yeah, but that's... Do I like streaming early? You know, Jay, for a special event like this, I like it. But do I want to commit to this every day? I don't know. I like my afternoon crowd because there's not a lot of other people streaming then, but I don't get as many people coming in. I appreciate everybody who's here. Do like and subscribe and put in your chat anything else you want me to look at. We'll take a look. We'll do the rounds through stocks and crypto. If there's anything you want to look at, put it in the chat. Don't mind taking a look while we're still waiting for SpaceX to start. Do I think Dogecoin will reach over $1? Years out, Joshua. Years out. Not right now. No, not this year. No. It would take a whole heck of a lot of stuff to happen to get Dogecoin to reach over $1. And it's not happening anytime soon. Again, I keep it real here. If you followed me over the past few years, you know that I have predicted pretty much what has happened. I did expect more of a run in alts in 2025 in the fall. I admit that. But October 10th changed everything. That big liquidation event just killed any sort of altcoin rally that was going on at the time. And it changed my perspective. I still had some hopes of recovery in late October, but by the beginning of November, I was calling a bear market. And I predicted we would get into the summer of 2026 with prices down here, and here we are. So on the crypto front, I was pretty spot on. Stocks are harder. You've got so much more influence from the president, world economies, like all of that stuff going on. So the delay in SpaceX trading is actually giving Doge time to prepare for a launch to the moon. Yeah, Jay. Exactly. Oh, we're back up to 9 cents right there. Dogecoin's not messing around. Hit the like button, Jason says. Everybody hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. We're still waiting for SpaceX to start trading. 10:54 now. And no SpaceX trading yet. How many cents up or percentage do you need? So on stocks, I look for changes in price to buy in. Big changes in price. So I bought into Broadcom here. Now, this is one that has not been, well, it was successful for my initial swing trade. It had this big drop from 486 down to 408. And so I bought in here at 406. I sold at 420. So that was my swing trade. Then it dipped down on that later that day. I bought in again at 415 and sold at 423. So I did 2 swing trades on Broadcom. Then I bought in again the next day, or after market, it was dropping. And I bought in at like 408. Unfortunately, since then, Broadcom has dropped down into the 300s. So I still have this swing trade open, waiting for, again, Broadcom. I did 2 successful swing trades. I tried a third. I'm under on that one right now. But I'm patient on it and I wait. I don't like to close a swing trade in a loss. But that was one that I did. Again, I made 2 bits of profit and I'm in a loss right now. and I'm just holding it. So again, it's not huge amounts of dollars, and because I have most of my most everything I have is sitting in cash right now, waiting to buy crypto dips throughout the summer. But I still do swing trading for the fun of it, and it keeps me in the stock game. So that's what I'm doing. Circle as well, same thing. I'm in the middle of a Circle swing. Circle just got hammered down to 78 bucks. I need it back to 90 to be close to my swing trade number. So down on this again, not huge dollar amounts, but it's something, and I don't like to lose. Kriss doesn't like to lose. Can you imagine that? I don't like to lose. I just want 50 cents. It's going to be interesting to say, King of Kings. It's going to be interesting to see, like when we get to the fall and Dogecoin starts moving back up, which I think it'll be in the teens, maybe by the end of the year. We'll see whether we get that kind of start to move, and we get into 2027 and we start forecasting Doge, which I'll be doing on this channel. We'll looking at the whole crypto market as well as stocks. We'll be looking at all of that. And where will people start taking profits next cycle? Predicting the market, not a thing. I do predictions just because people always ask me where I think things are going. And so I look at these. Again, am I predicting an exact price? No. I'm forecasting, looking ahead at where I think things may go. And I do this on a monthly basis. So it is a thing on this channel. Do I know for 100% certainty that's what's going to happen? No, I don't. But last big run up, it went to 48 cents, right? And I took profits at 42. Remember? December 2024. I remember it well. I took profits at 42. I had my next slice set at 50 cents. Seriously, it was at 50 cents. It made it up to 48. And I was like, this is going to be great, right? Next slice of profit at 50. And it didn't hit. 48 was as high as I go. But I was there. We were there. What's my take on Pengu? Yeah, Pengu's going to do well. Just right now, we're in the middle of a bear market. But I think come the fall and into 2027, I think Pengu is probably going to be worth an investment. Again, none of this is financial advice, but if there was another meme token that I was going to put some money in, Pengu might be it. Hey, Chuck, I'm still a member. I see my silver check. I had an email saying the credit card had trouble with payment. Can't find a way to update. If you cancel, Chuck, if you cancel, you would lose your silver color and you'll start over with green, if that's a thing. If that's a thing with you. No, wait, but no, it goes by your YouTube handle, so it will remember the time you've already been a member. I think you're okay there. But yeah, you might need to do a new credit card. Right. Joseph, on Doge today, would you sell at 12? If Doge spiked up to 12 cents, I might do a swing trade with my 200,000 Doge. Yes. And buy back in lower. Yes. I might do that. And I keep my other 400,000 Doge for longer term. We are in a bear market. Yes, Hanford, as Kriss has been saying for months. Yeah. Agreed, just going to keep adding. The more I add, the lower that 50 cents gets. True. How much profit you should be taking when Doge pumps, that is up to you, Jay, and your trading strategy. What are you getting into Doge for? Why are you buying Doge? Why are you buying anything? That's up to you and your strategy. Overall, I'm accumulating through the summer and I'm waiting for 2028. Now, why 2028? That's when I think Dogecoin will front run Bitcoin like it has in the past 2 cycles. Dogecoin has front ran Bitcoin, goes up faster, and I'm going to rotate some of my Doge into Bitcoin. And the rest of the Doge I'm going to be holding. Maybe higher prices, maybe longer term. I want to use my Dogecoin as currency, but not when the equivalent is 9 cents. I want to use Dogecoin as a currency when the equivalent is over 50 cents. Get more buying power out of your Dogecoin that way. That's what I want to do. Pengu might be one of the best. The team is amazing. Agreed. You can't access the emojis. Yeah, so yeah, the membership isn't active then now. But you're still showing up as green in the chat. That's weird. Normally, it would just take that away. You're in a fuzzy zone right now there, Chuck. You're in some kind of fuzzy zone. Look at Doge, back up to 907. See, there was a big sell-off happened. Bunch of people sold, drove the Dogecoin price back down below 9 cents, and now new buyers are coming in. Let's get this down to the 5-minute chart. Look at this. And new buyers came in at 8.95, and Doge is now moving back up. That's pretty good. That's pretty strong right there. I like that. Doge now up over 5% for the day. That's good trading. There were some profit takers, and then buyers came back in to bring the price back up. Where do you think the Dogecoin price will be in the future? So Joshua, I've only predicted Dogecoin out through the summer. Now my January 1st overall price prediction for the year, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But I believe I said that Dogecoin will be accumulation zone bottoming through the summer, through at least early September, and then we'll get a bit of a rise in the fall. So it's kind of like that. I have not looked into 2027 yet. I need to see where the bottom of 2026 is first before I start forecasting and looking out into 2027 and 2028. I wouldn't be surprised if Dogecoin gets at least back into the 40, 50 cent range. Anything dollar-wise, we're talking, I need to see what the real use case is for Doge, what the real support is, and whether Doge will have that kind of FOMO again to get back up to those heights. But we're not there yet. Don't you think we'll have tasty sales for Doge next summer? Next summer, again, if we look at 2022 and then into 2023, we know in the summer of 2023, Doge dipped again. But instead of 5 cent Doge, we were getting 6 cent Doge. So it didn't dip as far. There was still a lot of negativity in crypto in 2023. That was before the Bitcoin ETFs, before all of that. We got a different ball game now, particularly with Bitcoin. So I don't know if we're going to have the same kind of dips in the summer of 2027. I don't. There was so much negativity coming out of 2022. Celsius, Voyager, Luna, BlockFi, FTX, like all of that. We don't have that equivalent specifically for crypto this bear cycle. We don't have that equivalent. So I don't think it's going to be this kind of tasty dips in 2027 that we have here in 2026. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Everybody like and subscribe. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. Anthony's here. How are you? All the hype on SpaceX will incur losses on retail while the big boys who hold the big shares will dump. True, Anthony. Exactly what I've been saying. Next week, the SpaceX price is going to be back down. Today, we're waiting for SpaceX to start trading and see what the hype is and see what the volatility is today. But I agree with you. You're going to get a lot of retail bag holders buying up at $170, $180, and next week it's not going to be that price. Most likely, that's how it's going to play out. Most likely, that is how it's going to play out. A good day for Doge. It is indeed, Jason. We take these. Doge is the number 2 proof of work crypto by market cap. House of Doge and Doge OS building in the bear to get more use case and availability for the bull. All of that is true. I just got a notification on Solana. Look at Solana going up. So we're getting a little crypto pump here. Look at Solana. Bitcoin just hit 64K. Just got that notification. So again, Dogecoin has front run the other cryptos. Dogecoin started this. And now we've got other cryptos going up. Look at that. Solana going up, Bitcoin going up. And Doge is actually settling for a bit now. Dogecoin front ran the other cryptos. I expect that on a larger scale next bull market. But for today, kind of interesting. Nothing will happen on Doge. Well, I don't know. The charts say something different right now. Doge is a fad. SpaceX is a fad. SpaceX is a $1 trillion fad with rockets going up into space like every week, with Starlink like powering the internet around the world. And you think SpaceX is a fad? Dude, Anthony, come on. Now, the stock price, that remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes. But long term, you want to have SpaceX stock, just like you should have had Tesla stock years ago. Tesla stock over 3,000% gain in like a dozen years or whatever it's been since its IPO. When was that IPO? Actually, that's a good question. Oops, I don't want to do that. Go back to Kriss. Going back to Kriss, we want to ask Rock, when was the Tesla IPO? When was the Tesla IPO? 2010. It's $17 a share. Yeah, so 16 years ago. 16 years ago. And Tesla is up 3,000%. 3,000%. Now, notably, SpaceX valuation is probably higher percentage-wise for its IPO than Tesla percentage-wise, based on what it was doing back in 2010. But you don't know what the future is going to be. You don't know. Tesla's IPO price was $17. It opened around $19 and closed the day at $23.89. which was a 40.5% gain on its first day of trading. 40% gain. Now, we know Tesla went back down to $17 the following week. So that's a thing, right? And we could see SpaceX, we could see SpaceX do something like that, where next week it tanks. Very much so. That can happen. Circle is now up to $81 on its recovery from the 10 o'clock dip. Broadcom coming back up as well. Tesla coming back up as well. So stock market is recovering from the 10 o'clock dip. SpaceX is still waiting. It's after 11 o'clock. I don't mind the delay in SpaceX trading as long as Doge ticks upward. Well, Dogecoin's still above 9 cents, while other cryptos are starting to move. Rayon thinks Doge will be in the 40 to 50 cent range. By 2027, that would be indeed a big pump. Do I think SpaceX will drive Dogecoin up? Yes. I think the hype of SpaceX trading will roll over with Doge, and Doge will still pump. Mr. Beast reached 500 million subscribers. Yeah, I know he's live, taking some of my watchers over. Now you don't have to watch Mr. Beast in his live stream because he reached 500 million. So you can come back to lowly Kriss and his 21.4 thousand, not million. But this is where you make money. You don't make money watching Mr. Beast. You make $0 watching Mr. Beast. You get nothing out of it financially watching Mr. Beast. Doge leading the pack. $1 trillion bad. SpaceX is not Tesla. Well, eventually one day, Elon may roll it all up into one huge company. We don't know. But he could do that. SpaceX is a generational buy. Wealth Simple showing SpaceX trading at 160 to 175. Yep. And like we saw with Tesla, right? It'll probably be a good trading day today once it finally gets started. But next week, probably not so good. The Magic 8-Ball question, Doge outperforming SpaceX IPO. I can just tell you, no, not on today, but next week, Doge will be better off percentage-wise than SpaceX. Next week, we see it almost every time. Almost every time. So stoked. Me too. I moved to Florida. Do any good fishing? I'm not a fisher. I don't fish. I have fished in the days, back in the days. I've done lake fishing. I've done ocean fishing. I caught one big barracuda once. That was quite the catch. It was 45, 50 minutes from the time I snagged it to the time we finally got it in the boat. And of course, let it back. But I mean, I had to tire the thing out. That was one strong fish. And I was dying. I was dying. Almost an hour with that fish. But then took the picture, then let it go. When I sat back, popped open a cold Budweiser, and man, that beer tasted so good. That's probably one of the best tasting beers I've ever had. And even though it was a Budweiser, that's what we had on the boat. But even though it was a Budweiser, it tasted so good because, man, that was tough. That was one strong fish. If you've ever caught a barracuda before, man, That was a long time. It was an experience. Still remember it. It was a long time ago, but I remember it. The retirement plan. The boat can be named Captain Doge. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. That's no. No. What else going on in the market, guys? What else should we take a look at? Virgin Galactic is still down 25%. It is not recovering. Virgin Galactic, big pullback, not recovering. I wouldn't be buying that. A Robinhood is recovering. Robinhood at 10 o'clock was down here at $90. It's now up 95. So that's like a 5% move right there on Robinhood stock coming up. Palantir is up to 130. And we looked at TBH before. It's kind of fallen back a bit. Zone is kind of leveled out. SanDisk. Got $2,000, almost $2,000 a share for SanDisk. Wow. Sunshine and Rain, how are you? We're doing SpaceX today. We're waiting for SpaceX. It's now 11:15. We're waiting. But good to see you. This was all going to be about the SpaceX IPO. And it's just like, come on, dude. Let's get trading here. If your boat's not named Panty Dropper or Suck My Wake, I need a better boat names. Most men, some women, I guess there are women who own boats, but it's a small percentage. I guess that's how men have their fun. Live streaming for the SpaceX IPO, and we're still waiting. 11:15 and still no trading yet. My contractor's coming at noon today. I got to meet with him. Yeah, a lot going on today. But it's all good. Yes. Well, it's not only warm here. It's hot. But that's okay. I love it. Do I have any World Cup winner? No, I don't. I'll check in on some games. I guess the Mexico game was pretty exciting yesterday. But overall, I'm not a big World Cup fan. That's not my thing. Will the rocket failures swing the SPCX price? Probably. Retail's retail, right? On any little thing, they'll buy or sell. Yeah. The great outdoors. It's nice here. I will admit, overall, yeah. Is it hot? Yeah. Is it humid? Yeah. But it's better than what I had in Boston. Now, Boston's very nice. June, this time of year. It gets hot, July, August. September's nice again, coming a fall. But Florida's pretty nice too in September. Still kind of warm. Humidity's going down. Have the occasional hurricane, but It's all good, baby. Bitcoin still holding up over 64. Solana holding up over 68. Doge having its little pullback. And we're waiting on SpaceX. Still waiting on SpaceX. What's going on, guys? Why the delay? Many are asking, why isn't trading yet? I know, right? Why isn't it trading yet? SpaceX is indicated to open around 172 to 175. Some say 162. Expected to officially begin trading soon. Soon. But hey, if I get 135 as my official price and it starts at 162, I'm in the profit. I'm in the profit then. Just waiting for SpaceX. Waiting. Trading opens in 5 minutes, according to Cyril XBT. I don't trust that. The most anticipated IPO in the history of the stock market. The company that made reusable rockets normal. The company that's building the internet in space. SpaceX. Wow. All right, let's do it. Let's go. 5 minutes. I'll take that. Wait, you moved to Florida? I did, Mr. Rodriguez. I did. I am in Florida. Yep. Sold the big house. No more fireplace behind me, if you notice that. A lot of it is wealth preservation, freedom, financial freedom, being away from Elizabeth Warren and Ed Markey and that whole Massachusetts liberal. Couldn't do it. I'm paying half the cost for electricity here than I was paying in Massachusetts. Yeah. No state income tax in Massachusetts or in Florida. And I'll take the warm weather year round. Nice to have some fun with the old dog crew again. Nice to see everybody coming back. Yeah. When did I start investing? I have had a 401k running for 30 years. And I'd been putting into that and a little bit into an IRA for a while when I was with a company that wasn't doing 401ks. But overall, yeah, it's been that kind of thing just on a retirement account. But actively trading, I didn't start until about 2020. And that's when I started swing trading stocks. It was 2020. It was pandemic, stuck at home. A lot of people were doing it. And that's what eventually got me into crypto. Because there was more money to be made in crypto, particularly Doge. So that's when it started for me. What time are we starting to trade? We're waiting. We just saw some accounts say 5 minutes. That'd be 11:30. You must do TikTok. No, I'm not doing TikTok. No. I've been on YouTube here since late 2020. I'm good here. YouTube. I like the format. This is good. YouTube. I did notice that we're Snoopy as well. Congratulations. Yes, Snoopy's right here. I always got Snoopy with me, man. Snoop's right here. Made the trip to Florida. Still around. This is my plush Snoopy. Still around. Goes with me everywhere. Snoopy is now in Florida. Snoopy's been in Florida before. Because I was in Florida where I went to college here at the University of Miami. Snoopy was with me. So Snoopy's still here. Got him right here on the side. When I finally get my studio space, my full-time studio space built out, I will be moved up. I won't have a wall right behind me here. I'll be moved up and I'll have stuff behind me. So I'm going to do that. I'll do a setup of some point. No wife. No wife. I had a girlfriend, Ms. Kriss, but we parted ways. We parted ways. Let's go. I know, I'm waiting. Come on. A few more minutes, a couple more minutes to see whether that 5-minute projection for SpaceX to start trading is coming through. Meanwhile, Coinbase, green for the day. AMC is green for the day. AMC, wow. And Tesla, back green again at 399. So Tesla is moving up. Tesla dropped to 391. Now back to 399 for Tesla today. How is it? So I sold my big house that I had put my crypto profits in. At the end, probably broke even. You had to pay realtor fee, and your taxes, your closing costs, like those things. So I sold it for more than I bought it. I was only there a year, but it was a good place. It was a good time for me to sell the crypto and make the profit. If I had held longer, I would not have made as much. So that all worked out very well. And now I'm in Florida. I thought she was your bride. Oh. No. The cat went to my son. My son has the Pax cat. Sunshine. Me and my wife learned a lot. To the newbies on here, stick with Kriss. No nonsense. Thank you. Appreciate it. We do have some fun here too. And there are times I do get caught up in things, whether it's a big crash like we had on October 10th, or it's a big run up like we had November of 2024. I do get caught up. And I mean, that's just natural, but I do try and keep it real overall. And I still think Dogecoin will have lower prices through the rest of the summer. Beginning of July, beginning of August, September. I still think that is a real possibility. We've seen that in summers past. But it's nice to celebrate pumps like we had today. I have two sons. They're in their early 20s. They're independent on their own in their early 20s. Not relying on me. Which is okay because I don't have a 9-to-5 job anymore. I never really worked 9 to 5, but I work more than that. But now I don't work for anybody else anymore. I just work for me. which is good. To all the noobs here, yeah. Hashtag blame Kriss. Yeah, hashtag blame Kriss. The Pax Cat. No, Pax Cat's not gone. I see many photos of the Pax Cat. Just the Pax Cat is not living with me anymore. Pax Cat did not make the trip to Florida. Pax Cat is still up in Massachusetts, which is fine. Which is fine. Well, that guy's 5 minutes came and went, and SpaceX is still not trading. As we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Some people left and came back already and still waiting. And we wait. And if it doesn't start by 12 o'clock, we may just need to check in on this later, because we're just waiting here, right? We're just waiting and waiting and waiting. SpaceX opening indication drops further, 155 from 175. That's because it's trading on these other futures or perp platforms, tokenized things, stuff like that. And they've got some price to trade at. That doesn't mean that's where it's going to open on NASDAQ. Sixth indication, SpaceX is now going to open at 158. Somebody else says 155. Somebody else says 159. I mean, let's just get trading already. You can trade on other platforms with leverage, like tokenized platforms. I wouldn't touch this with leverage. If anything, I would short it after the initial pump, but I'm not touching it. I just get my 10 shares and I'm going to hold. And I'm going to hold. SpaceX does hold 18,700 Bitcoin. Sorry, 18,700 Bitcoin SpaceX holds. We're still waiting. I know the bid and the ask haven't updated here. SpaceX shares indicated to open at 151 in NASDAQ debut. Everybody's speculating. But yeah, somebody's got 151 as a number. Well, when? I don't want to know what price it starts. I want to know when. Nobody from NASDAQ is saying when. I'll drink some Modelo's when I get home to celebrate. Oh, awesome. G-Boy, welcome to Florida. Building a house, selling your condo. Great idea. Get out of the condo. Stupid HOAs and insurance and all of that. Yes, that is a good move. I did not buy a condo. I was looking at condos and I was just like, no. I'm going to buy a house, own the land, do what I want. That was the best move. Am I on the beach? No, I could have been on the beach. I could have been looking at the ocean in a condo, but I'd be paying so much. The HOA fees, the insurance costs, just through the roof. It's like, no. Everyone's 401k will be the IPO whales exit liquidity. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the overall stock market once SpaceX starts trading. I'm not worried about it. And what are the IPO whales actually going to do? They're going to sell SpaceX stock. And then they're going to go buy other stock. All that money is going to stay in the stock market. So I'm not worried about my 401k through all of this. There'll be other things that can cause the S&P 500 to go down, but it's not SpaceX. When did you learn about the stock market and crypto? I'm here just 6 years ago. Yes, it's been 6 years of the daily grind. You can learn very quickly when you're swing trading and investing on a day-to-day basis. And having this YouTube channel helped. Because then I'm reading all the news, watching other people, other influencers, looking at other things, following what's going on in the world, economics, like all of that. I learned all of that in 6 years. There's always crazy stories on confessions, Matt. Yes, there's always, and there have been some good ones lately. Some people who actually made money and didn't lose money, and confessions. They've been good. Keep my eyes peeled for snakes. No, I've got a lot of iguanas. We got iguanas, we got pigeons, I got squirrels, a lot of iguanas, but no snakes. There's no snakes around here, not where I live. I could never live in an HOA again, ever. Cheers to that. Absolutely. I am never going to have some other group of people telling me what I need to do, how I need to live. Now, of course, the town I live in, the city, it's got rules, right? Overall rules, the typical stuff, right? As a homeowner. But HOA, ugh. And then you end up paying this monthly fee for all this stuff, and you don't even use half of it. No thanks. Am I doing architectural work? I'm consulting. Yeah, I got a couple proposals out there. Again, this is stuff I work when I want to work. Do what I want to do. But I'm not working for others. You're moving from Broward up to Palm Beach, bought acreage. Yeah, Broward can be a little noisy. I understand that. As long as you're not living in the Everglades and have like gators. No gators. No gators. Just like the Facebook IPO at 38 jumped up, and then 3 days later it tanked, and now it's over $500. Yep, Norman, that's what I think SpaceX is going to be. Years from now, this is going to look like a bargain. But right now, when it's right in front of you, yeah, not so much. And even if it starts at like 155, that's more than 135. And then once it starts trading, you're going to have a lot of people who missed out on the IPO shares that are going to want to buy some. So price will probably go up. It's just for how long. Can't wait for SpaceX to tank. Yeah, next week, I think you're going to be able to get some SpaceX shares at a lower price. Yes. This isn't an up-only kind of thing, in my opinion. I've never bought an IPO before, just because they always go lower. But this one was worth it. Get in some, it's 10 shares, $1,350, right? It was worth getting in on this to be part of history. It's an Elon thing. We had a nice Doge pump. The whole crypto market is coming back down right now, though. Bitcoin's back down. Solana's back down. So everything else, all the crypto is coming back down now, unfortunately. The IPO is dragging. I agree. IPO's dragging. We should be trading by now. The guy who said 5 minutes was wrong. You can't believe anything you read on the internet, especially X. You can't believe any of it. Watch out for the crazies, short the hell out of it. There's no shares in the float for shorting yet. So you're going to get real trading when it starts. Real buying and selling. There's no shorting. Because there's no shares yet for shorting. They'll come. That'll come, but not at the start. Musk is living up to his reputation. Even the IPO launch. Yeah, wait. Yep. Elon. Man, you're killing me. And here we are again, waiting. I came in with 12 at 135. Only got one of them fulfilled. The rest went back as unresolved. It's because, William, there were too much demand for shares was what it was. It was like 4 times the demand for shares than the available in the pre-trading IPO. That's why. I put in for 10 shares. I got 10 shares. But some like you did not. And there are some that got 0. I think overall, if you wait till next week, you'll be much better than me. Just a feeling. Naked shots. Yeah. That's good. Oh, my. Tesla's heading back down again. Don't like that. Circle going back down again. Boo. Boo. Broadcom going back down. Don't like it. I know, shorts. Again, I think you still need to have, I don't know how naked shorting works versus regular, but I mean, you can short on these other tokenized platforms. If you want to short the price of SpaceX stock, you can do that. I just wouldn't do that today. I'd wait till Monday or end of the day today, because I think the aftermarket trading tonight and the pre-market Monday morning might not be good for SpaceX. Why did you start 6 years ago? Because I was poor before. I was poor. I was in debt and I was living paycheck to paycheck. I did a whole video of this last year. And then on the divorce, 2 kids, divorce, and I had to go into bigger debt to get through the divorce. So I had to pay off my college loans, had to pay off my car, had to pay off my credit cards because I had to use my credit cards to pay my attorney. Divorce attorneys are not cheap. So had to get through that. And I had this big mortgage hanging over, which was the final thing to get out of. I did side businesses, side hustles, which finally made me enough money that I could start actually getting into investing. I did domain names. I did website building. I did teaching products, which I still make money off of. Like I was doing all of that. And then eventually, 2020, I started the stock swing trading, and that got me more money, which eventually led to the YouTube channel. So I was doing pretty well, so I started a YouTube channel, which at the beginning was just stock swing trading. And then I got into Doge. I never looked back from January 2021. Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. It's starting at 150 at 11:46. We're trading SpaceX at 150, my friends. Here we go. 150. Trading on SpaceX has begun. 151, 150. We are live. Now, the data hasn't come in on the chart yet. Here we go. Chart is now live. We're trading SpaceX. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that movement. So there are 152s now. Let me see what my Robinhood says. For SpaceX. It still doesn't show my average cost on Robinhood, whether it's 135 or not. It still doesn't show. And the Robinhood price is higher. It's showing 155, 156, and Webull showing 152. So things aren't quite aligned yet. It's now coming up. So we are trading live now, folks, on SpaceX. Robinhood's already up to 158. Webull's at 156, 155, 156. Here we go. 159. Look at this push up. Pushing up, guys. Oh, we waited a long time for this. 2 hours. Oh. But yes, the buyers are coming in. Few sales, but more buys. 160. This is a lot of shares. This is big trading. 161, 162. Only up for SpaceX. I said this would probably happen. We're going to get the spike. These are people wanting to buy, to get in. Eventually, we're going to top, and we're going to get some bag holders. So the minimum price at the start was 150. The max price right now is 163. As SpaceX is live trading now, we're in the 5th minute of trading. And there's big volume. Big volume. What's Doge doing? Doge is at 885. Pretty quiet. This is where the money is right now. The money's right here. So we had a little bit of selling, 163, 162, came down to 156. And now buyers are coming back in. Market cap 2.1 trillion. That's huge. That's huge. I'm going to FOMO. You're going to be bag holder. Wow. You're going to keep your shares for the long haul. Me too. My 10 shares, I'm going to keep for the long haul. Who knows what's going to happen? You're going to sideline until next week. Yeah. I agree with that. Because this is all the hype today. It's not trading at 160 like next Wednesday. It's not. Just my opinion. No guarantees in life, but I'm just like, it's not trading at 160 next Wednesday. But there's a lot of shares changing hands. There's buying and selling going on. That we had that initial selling right there, 163, 162. Price came down to 156. And buyers are coming in and pushing the price up higher, back to 162. Thank you, Guzman. I've seen this stuff before. Again, this is me just watching what's going on like every day. You kind of learn these patterns and you learn these things. But IPOs, yeah, you got to wait. Patience is better. I wanted to get IPO shares just for the event, for the thing, right? So I never actually bought IPO shares before. So I've got IPO shares. Will next week be a good time to buy? I think, yeah, the insiders have to wait 30 days. So that's middle of July. Who knows what SpaceX is going to do between now and then? Up to 165 now. Look at that. 165. I got 10 shares, Motor City. I got 10 shares. Here we go, 167. People want their SpaceX stock. Look at that. For those that's coming in, this is a 1-minute chart. We're watching here, the 1-minute chart. Started at 150, came up to 163, had a bit of selling down to 156, and then pushed up to 168. for SpaceX. In the background, we're watching what's going on with crypto, and Doge is retreating. But it had already started before SpaceX started trading. Doge front ran it and went up. Big run up, 925. Now back to 88. But all of crypto's going down. Bitcoin's back to 63.6. Solana back down to 67.3. Yeah, so it's all of crypto's pulling back right now. So all eyes on SpaceX right now. All eyes on SpaceX. You bought one, but still says NA on Robinhood. Yeah, I think the whole Robinhood's behind on the backside. Yeah. Hey, Ali, how are you? Hey, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, I'm here live for the SpaceX event. And here we are. We're watching history be made. Doge is retreating. And I said by early July, Doge is probably back down to 8 cents and upper sevens. I don't understand it either and how it works. There's so many shares are available. Each company makes up their own thing. There are experts who help guide them on how to get them set up. And then they've got to do a bunch of paperwork and stuff with whether you're on NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange. I don't understand all that either. I just know Robinhood had a way to buy in early. So I did that. You can buy Robinhood shares of stock right now, Matt. It is now live trading. You can buy shares. You can just go in to SPCX and you can buy. The IPO is now over. It is live trading. Now, is buying SpaceX at $164 a share a good idea? That's for you to decide. Watch it surprise us. Go to 5K. More profit taking going on. Again, there's a lot of swing traders, day traders are all over this thing. This thing is getting heavily, heavily traded. I mean, look how fast the sales are going. The bid and the ask can't even keep up. The market makers are helpless here. You don't even need market makers. The buyers and sellers are creating the market. Yeah, on my shares, it says I have 10 shares because I did the IPO, but it doesn't give me an average price yet on Robinhood. But the demand is there. You can see by the trading. We're only like 15 minutes in now, and it's still trading up. SpaceX. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's just to go to Grok or ChatGPT or Claude or whomever and ask for more details on how IPOs work. They'll give you a big explanation, half of which you probably won't understand. I don't understand half the stuff the AIs tell you. But I just know for Robinhood particularly, they made it very easy. They set it up so it was very easy to get shares. I didn't think I was going to get any just because of the demand, but maybe because I got in early enough, I got all 10 of the shares I asked for. I had to put money up too. This was like on Monday, I think I did it. So that got me into the queue, and I got all 10 of my shares. But yeah, they're not giving me an average price yet for my shares. They said it was 135. But it actually started trading at 150. So I don't know. Yeah, it still says average cost, and it has a line. There's just a line there. Average cost and returns for recent IPOs typically appear within the next business day. There's a little notification here on the Robinhood app that says that. So there you go. It's going fast, isn't it, Charlotte? This is a 1-minute chart, though. We got the 1-minute chart up a lot at 160. 160 is a popular price. Look at that. Huge, huge, huge trading at 160. Look at that. Some market maker came in with a ton of shares at 160 and it blew right through it as support. Took a while. Somebody wanted to buy cheaper. Yeah, fib retracement, exactly. Let's do our technical analysis on the 1-minute chart for SpaceX on IPO day. Dogecoin's going down because the whole crypto market's going down, Joshua. Right now, the whole market's going down. Stocks are going down. Everything's going down. It's not a good day, stock market-wise. Just about everything's in the red. And SpaceX is deciding whether it's going to go lower or not. 158. Huge, huge, huge wall at 158. And there it goes. So it got up to 168. And that seems to be the top, local top right now, 168. You got no read on the daily chart. I know, right? Daily chart. There it is. One big wick. It's still in the green on the daily. And then one big wick up. Hourly chart, same. 30-minute chart, up first 30 minutes and now down the next. The 5-minute chart. And then the 1-minute chart. That's where we are. Still buying. Day traders, they're zoomed in. Yes, they are. It hit 160 and all the sell orders just snapped. That's what it was. Huge sell orders at 160. Yes, the initial projection was 135, and it ended up starting at 150 because of the demand. So 150 is the start price. Soros will probably put in a multi-billion-dollar short order. There's a lot of them that will. Once the big non-naked shorts, once the big shorts are available, once the shares are available for shorting, you know, the Melvin Capitals of the world are going to come in and they're going to short this thing. Yes, that's probably going to happen. Hold on just a second. That's my contractor calling. He's on his way. So I'll be on for a few more minutes. A few more minutes. But this is pretty. What's SpaceX going to do here now? Am I able to sell yet? I'm not going to sell, but I can go through the motion. I can trade. I can sell. Yes. It says I can sell. 10 available. 10 available to sell. So yeah. I could if I wanted to. Not going to. Anything under 160, good price. Right now, 160 appears to be a big line in the sand. There was a huge sell wall at 160. Robinhood on your end is frozen. Yeah, the demand must be huge on Robinhood right now. They can't keep up. Yeah, maybe trying to sell is one thing. Maybe actually selling or actually buying could be delayed because of the demand. I mean, this is huge. Look at price going back up again. I could sell 9 and keep, yeah, it's not worth it though. I mean, what am I going to get? $20, $30 profit per share, $300. Not worth it. Now, if next week SpaceX is down at 100, maybe I'll just buy 10 more shares. Lower my average. That's what I say. It's worth a hold. It would be a free coin that way. Yeah. Sell 9, keep the other one. For one. It's not worth it. For me, it's not worth it. I mean, I'm talking about, I think in terms of like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars with a projected profit, again, from all of my investing for next cycle to be back of like $1 million. So for me, it's like, yeah. You put in a limit at 150. You must have got it right at the start somehow, because it hasn't been back to 150. Good for you. And then get all your money back when it goes down. Yeah, again, I'm just going to keep the 10 and I'll buy more at a lower price next week. And maybe in July if insiders are really trading that much. And lower my average. Long time hold. So that's what I'm going to do. Everything else is red, the market. Circle is turning back up. Palantir is turning back up. This is 1 minute chart. Tesla is down to 387. So everything went down leading into the SpaceX IPO. This is the 5 minute chart for SpaceX. Huge volume of trading on this. Huge volume. Wow. And pushing higher. Again. So what did I say? I said this is probably going to go to 165, 170. And we hit 168. And by middle of next week, it's going to be lower. That's how IPOs generally work. SpaceX is a little different. It could trade a little differently. But I think, again, once there's shares out to be able to short on the big institutions, institutional buying stops. There's no S&P 500 immediate entry. That's going to be months away. So you're not going to have that. Price inevitably is going to go back down. Most likely, that's what we're going to see. $165. Yeah, Z-Man. IPO usually retraces a ton. This one's a little different, but in the end, we'll see next week. Another opportunity. Swing trades for launch dates. Yeah. SpaceX will have a lot more going on with it than just quarterly earnings. A lot more. Particularly with Starlink. I mean, Starlink is just pure profit for them. It's just profit. All right, gang. That's what I got for today. We will check in again. I'll be live again coming soon. Thanks for joining in. We had fun today. And Doge is going back up. Awesome. Yep, turning around as well. Hey, come back and join me at 4 o'clock. I'll be live again. We'll check how the day's SpaceX trading went. We'll check on crypto, and we'll do all of that. So I hope everyone has a great afternoon. We'll see you later. Next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.